Good morning. My name is Travis Thompson. I'm the founder and creator of Tellascape, a company slash technology that I patented. A little bit about me. I'm ex-Department of Defense, and I have a degree in geospatial engineering, and I worked with the Air Force, Army for a number of years. I was so excited about this technology that I had come up with that I decided to patent it. And the patent was beat out by Google originally. The examiner had come back and said that we could not continue because Google had patented something already. However, we were able to appeal that decision, and I did that personally, and they said we had a 0.1% chance of beating the Google patent, and we did. So excited that we got that patent. And it's not just the patent, it's what we're doing with it and what we have done with it and in the future. So I'll explain that. So, just to I'm going to share my screen, I'll go through and bring a little credibility to that. So this is the patent that I originally filed. It was under an app called MapTrek that is now called Tellascape. And there I am, Thompson. This is the filing, and if you want to, you can definitely search this and go through it. Such a fun read. Okay. Now, here is our current splash page website, Tellascape, and we've got a slide deck. We've got all that. We've been around for 4 or 5 years. We've had 3 launches of different products. COVID kind of pivoted what we were going to do. So here's our award-winning website, and to also show you on the App Store, we're currently on the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store, which we have been for a while. So here's an app. You can go download this yourself and use it and play with it. It's super fun. We've got a lot of positive feedback. And without further ado, I'll go through the slide deck briefly. And that's something that we can send you and you can look at. And then I'll walk through a quick demonstration of the actual product, because that's the exciting part. Okay, so Tellascape. Social experience media. We want to completely change the industry. In fact, we are going to completely change the industry. Current social media is very linear, and your memories are buried by all kinds of memes and posts. And me being a geospatial expert, I wanted to apply my background with the old paradigm. And similar to how, I guess, you can imagine the old ways of searching for a house, you would search for it by zip code, and then all of a sudden it would populate a list view. Zillow added a map component in which you could then search via location, and that changes everything. Oh, that's close. That's next to my work. That's next to the marina, So you could figure out spatially where you want to live. So problems with current social media is, where's all this media going? Okay, it's getting lost in this black hole. My solution is geofencing. Geofencing is super hot. It's been hot for a while. If you don't know what it is, you've been using it. Whether you're using a weather app or anything like that, it's following you, it's tracking you, it's finding you. But we're taking it to a new level. So this customizable geofence can be used for major concerts. It can be used for weddings, especially weddings. I have a whole business deck on just weddings. And then COVID kind of came in. My co-founder, he's a radio DJ, and this is his lifeblood. And he was so excited on what he could do with this, with some of the events that he had coming up. So then we pivoted, though, when all of a sudden we realized, okay, COVID was here for a while, wedding industry was down. How can we go back to the core competency of the technology and make that work for people? So skipping down a little bit, we went down to our research. We put a lot of time in research in this. I canvassed 11 university campuses. I pitched this on quads in front of classrooms. And then we also used People Fish and Survey Monkey to get a couple thousand people to review this. The geofences, 96%. Okay, 96% on the storyboard maps, which is our journey page. I'll show you that. Being able to record life events and find those quickly. The achievements and the challenges were a big hit, and especially when we came back to the younger populations. So we wanted to create a way to gamify life, get people out there, and then get rid of that negative stigma that's associated with current media, which is it's very depressing and FOMO and all of that. With the apps like Be Real, which encourages you to be yourself, becoming like the #1 growing app amongst Gen Zers and millennials. That just happened to come about, and it's just helping our cause. So as we were coming across this, what we realized was, okay, great concept, people want it. Yeah, we're going to get millions of users on this thing, but how do you make money? I was like, okay, well, hey guys, that's not my expertise. I wear a lot of hats, but I can bring users. I can build this and I can bring users, and it's proprietary. Users equal money, right? So Instagram didn't make $1 before it sold for $1 billion. However, we wanted to get more grounded. So I approached some business managers, and those people ended up telling me, okay, what's your core competency? What can we really do? So we started talking to event planners, and we realized that these event planners were saying, oh my God, Tellascape is going to do to the event photography industry what Uber did to the taxi industry. And so we started realizing that we had this really powerful tool for weddings and kind of personal events. So let me speak to that real quick. So see if I have the example kind of coming back. Okay, here you go. You got these guys are getting married. Now, the bride typically would have a hard time getting pictures. After her wedding, her honeymoon, she comes back, and this is everything to her. They want the candid stuff, okay? They want grandma slipping on the floor dancing. They want, at midnight. They want those kind of experiences, and they want them somewhere where they can access quickly. Now, before, in the current way that things are going, they have to use hashtags on Instagram, and they only get about 8% of the photos. They got to call people and call friends and all that sort of stuff. All right, so imagine just drawing a geofence around the venues, and people come in there, and now they have the app, they're synced. So everybody over here, whether it's 10 or 1 million people, are now all together. So when you start taking pictures, you're joined to the guest list, and then you can see everybody's experience from every angle. Oh my gosh, I didn't know Uncle Ronnie even came to the wedding. He got the cool pictures of the ducks, haven't seen him in years. The plus ones you didn't even know were coming. That got the most beautiful picture of that rainbow over the ocean when you were getting married. You now have access to all of that. And so do they. They have access just by being there. So you can view every angle, have every snapshot. So whether you're a bride or whether this is super cool for a concert, and you could say, hey, free seat upgrade, come backstage, via this guest list. The social media experience of it is getting likes based off of the content that you're taking, and then you can climb leaderboards, earn points, and those points will eventually be redeemable for things, or even for bragging rights. Okay, so all right, so it's super cool for small challenges. So like I have a lot of friends scattered from the Air Force all over the country. I know what they're into. I want to do the haunted house challenge. On Halloween, I want to just create a haunted house challenge and challenge my friends to go to a place. The thing is, you have to go there and to take the picture and get the credit. Okay, so by doing that, we're motivating people to get out and experience life, whether it's go to this really cool lodge that's sinking in the middle of Back Bay over here. I took my jet ski, went over there, so exciting, and other people were really excited to get out there. It's hard to do. But once you got out there, you snap the pictures and you're part of that experience, and it lives forever in your journey map. Okay, so let's get to the actual app and do a quick demo. Okay, so I brought my phone and there it is, my dream telescape in the flesh. You know, we have a few other apps and other things we want to do with this. Okay, so here is some actual challenges people have created. Keep in mind, we have not marketed this on purpose yet, this new version, as we are fixing some bugs. So here you've got the ability to create a challenge. Let's go ahead and walk through that. My business partner was super excited to hear about the boating industry, and he thinks that the fishing industry would be huge, that independently, like white labeled or whatever, this app could be major for fishing. Anyway, so we'll do Miami fishing challenge. I spelled that wrong. Okay. And biggest catch gets the worm. When, let's say, win fun prizes, which you don't have to do prizes. I'm just putting that in there. And bragging rights. Okay. So create a challenge, and then I'll put a category as, we'll just create social. I'm going to add an image. We're going to pretend that this is sponsored by Rebolo. So choose an image. I already did a screenshot. There we go. Next. So this is where kind of the magic starts to happen. This is really exciting. We could make this private so that when you're there, you actually have to enter a PIN to participate, or we can do it public. There's some other options in here, but bounded or boundless. Boundless is incredible because it's a non-proprietary sort of version of the app in which anybody can participate worldwide. In this situation, it's bounded because it's only in a specific location that you need to be at. And that's the mastery of this, the authentication that doesn't exist in any other media platform. Okay, so, but if we want to do boundless, would be an example of like, take the biggest fish, picture of the biggest fish worldwide. And I'll show you that briefly in a second. So let's do bounded. This is super exciting. I could search Miami in the search bar, but I'm just going to go ahead and zoom out to, we'll go down to Miami. So in this challenge, we can do, we can get helpful hints here. We have all the hints pop up. Custom area. So this is us creating a geofence. So you have to be, say, in those locations in order to participate. Okay, so we're gonna hit save. Circle area, we can place that and we can increase the size of it up to a point. I'm gonna delete it. We have a restriction on how big you can make these. Okay. So right now, yep, it's in that one location, and now we're ready to go out and go to Alpano Beach, Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, Miami, get out there in the boat and let's go catch some fish. All right, so I'm gonna hit done, gonna name the place, Miami beaches. Okay, hit next. We can make this 24-hour challenge. We can make it 2 days a month. These are some pre-templated time frames, or we can do a custom time. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it on there for a month. Or we can do it endless where it never ends. So publishing. Bam, yay, voila, here we go. So now we've got this boating challenge out there sponsored by, and this is just an example, Robalo Boats, and this, I can accept the challenge. I can view the challenge location. You know, there it is. It's red because I'm not there. It would turn green if I'm there. So how do I join this challenge? I click the join button at the bottom. It's going to locate to see if I'm in a current challenge, and I'm not, right? So because I'm not in anything right now, I'm not going to be allowed to join. We can go to the explore page, and eventually this will be populated with lots of fun things to do, not just fishing challenges, but we thought it would be viable to create that. So there you go. There you got the challenge. So if you're in Miami, you're like, oh, wow, there's this Miami fishing challenge. That's super cool. Click it, go to it, accept it, share it. So once people start joining, media will be added. So you've got, and then the guest list will be added. So my name is Tellascape. So this will start populating the guest list. Once the event is over with, if you actually didn't go, you're deleted from this. So this will be a repository of all the people that joined this contest and the pictures that they took and from their vantage points. And it's super exciting. So chat, media, main, bookmark, all your general features. So then we've got, let's go home and let's see what's going on. We can sort by different categories. Look at my feed. Let's see. So this is an example of some young people that were excited to go do this at an escape room, and you can kind of see the guest list. So this is multiple people that joined, and I can view pictures and content from every angle, every experience. Again, extrapolate that to an event, a memory, whether it's your family reunion at your Graham's house. And then where's all this stuff held? We're gamifying it, so you get points for completing challenges, and you get, those points are based off of the category. So you could be a level 11 hiker, a level 12 fisherman, a level 10 whatever, or foodie, right? So all these like foodie challenges. So this was something that someone created for me. Okay, so we deleted some of the database stuff, but to go to the gym, I was super tired and didn't want to go, but then my friend was like, you need to go to the gym. So they created some geofences around some local gyms, and then they gave me an hour to go run 30 minutes. And I was like, okay. And it gave me that pep in my step to get out there and do it. So that's what this is about, right? So in my profile, super exciting, we got the journey page. So this journey page of things that I've done, like everywhere over the world one day, all the stuff I've done will be right there on a map. I can click it. This is a backyard bonfire that I had. Here's all the media, right? Had a little water pong in the living room. And I can scroll through and I can expand this and see what's going on. And then I can also, again, click the guest list. There's only 2 people that joined, but imagine there's 100. Now I can view Bobby Joe's experience. If this was a festival, her experience could be totally different than like my experience, right? So, and then John's experience and whoever and so forth, Mike's experience, right? So I want to switch. I want to go to, what was I doing? So there you go. You can kind of see that. You can comment, like, and that's how you climb the leaderboard. So this guest list is a leaderboard, and it's based on most likes. And we have some proprietary algorithms that will build that contest up. So the number 1 person can get the prize or whatever, and that sort of thing. You can chat about it, etc. So we have so much to show. I could talk for days about where this is going and what we're going to do with it. So I want to go though real quick back to stop sharing this, go back to the deck on something that I forgot to touch on, and that's money. Okay, so where is the money? My business partner, and he's got a very successful military contracting company where he works with allowing people to check in and check out of federal lands on military bases. Let's see. Did he put the financial slides in here? All right, so that slide deck didn't have some of the graphs that I thought it did that we had in another deck. But anyway, here's the master sheet that we created in Excel that shows all the revenue inputs, churn rates, year 1 through 5. It's got everything in here: organic growth, the different licensing opportunities that we have. So we have the ability to license this technology, and we have current customers that already want to do that. So let's just look into, iSportsman is one of them. And we'll just cut to the summary chase. What we've got here at the bottom is a almost $100 million net income company in year 5. We show the $800,000 negative for the first year, the negative in the second year, and then we're up in that hockey stick graph. Now I can show more of this. Once you decide that you're interested, you should be, and we can give you this data and explain the multiple revenue strategies. One of those is, and the main one is that we are a marketing tool. My research, we've done a ton of research. Okay, so digital marketing spend, if we could just be even a small portion of that, people are spending on average, or companies, even small companies, like $30,000 to $40,000 a month in digital marketing. So if we were a sliver of that, 10%, let's say $4,000 a month, we can do contests and we can showcase your company, build brand loyalty, have people get out there, go do the fun things, and be able to accelerate that experiential ideology that we encompass. And by doing that, we're going to gain a ton of users. And just so you know, this is real. iSportsman, a company with more than 500,000 users and 60 military bases and growing, is going to partner with us. And I sent that MOU to Mike, and be able to, for millions of members of these military bases, and also to their current population, market our products. So we'll have kind of an overnight churn, or turn right into that user base. And those are outdoor recreation people that hunt, people fish, and that sort of thing. So that's a super exciting synergy. And we're going to be able to get a 50-50 revenue split off of just that model alone. That's just one licensing with one company. So you can imagine licensing with the Washington Commanders and stuff like that. And those are actual people that we've been able to talk to through some of our networks, by building this challenge feature into their app. And let me show you that. All right, so let me share my screen again real quick. Oh, not the right one. All right. Waiting. All right, here we go. Hopefully you guys can see my screen. So let's go to the Commanders. So yeah, so we've had our guy Mike Field. He's talked to these people. He knows them. You can imagine, instead of Tellascape, but using their current app, embedding this challenge feature in the bottom. It might be in the menu button, which we call a hamburger. It could say challenges. So they could keep their fans going year round, and also during the season, they could have, hey, take the coolest picture at the game to get a seat upgrade, right? And so all these people start taking pictures of themselves at the game. They'll get that. They'll be able to get that data, and then they'll also be able to reach their fans outside of the stadium via the boundless challenges. Who has the most spirit, team spirit across the country? And then people can start posting stuff from all over the country, and you'll be flooded with cool pics and people talking about it. This is a whole new way. This is the evolution of digital marketing. I'm not a marketing guy, right? I'm a good idea guy that worked for the DoD and had some knowledge and wanted to do this. But this could not be more crystal clear. Anil came in and Mike came in and crystallized this approach, Mike Field, that we can go directly to marketing companies. And I've already done that. I went to some marketing companies, I called them, and they had clients. They wanted me to come in and talk to them, but our co-founder said that we weren't ready yet. We wanted to fix some bugs before we did that. So we have customers already at the door that want to pay us to use our technology. And whether that's embedding it into their current app or using Tellascape to host their challenges and pay us monthly to be able to increase, like I said, that engagement, brand loyalty, bringing people back to the gate. Imagine Dick's Sporting Goods hosts a surfing challenge in Virginia Beach, something like that. Then they tell their friends, you get more friends and subscribers. And then the best thing is there's that cross pollination, right? That collaboration across the aisles. And all of a sudden we get all these fans from the Washington Commanders over to Tellascape, vice versa. We get all the people from My Sportsman over to Tellascape. So it's free marketing. In fact, we're getting paid to get users, which is incredible. And we start to build our own user base. And then what's super awesome, and again, this was out of my wheelhouse, but now I wear all the hats that I need to, is the data. Data is worth a lot of money to marketing companies, and to be able to know where people are, what they like, and all those things. I mean, the mind can go crazy, and it really does. When I pitch this to people, they get really excited about being able to, hey, you and Sarah have similar interests. Both of y'all went to a Blink 182 concert and like surfing, for example, instead of the old model like on Facebook where it's like, hey, you might like this person because this person knows that person. This actually matches people with similar interests, and we can build out networks that way. We can also advertise directly to people, location based. Hey, there's this really cool challenge bar crawl nearby. Go complete 3 of these bar crawls in the next 2 hours to get whatever. Whether that's your friend or someone else's sponsored event, doesn't matter. So we can start building that data, and that data can be sold to marketing companies, and that data itself could be worth tremendous amount of money. So these are a few of the main revenue models. We don't necessarily need to advertise into our app. We don't really want to do that. Licensing, being able to generate an engagement with users, so becoming part of the digital marketing toolkit, and taking that to be $100 million company in the next 4 to 5 years, conservatively speaking, if we just hit a small number of the marketing companies that we want to do. So with the next investment, that's what we're going to do. We're going to clear out some of the cap table, make things easier for some of even the big seed investors that we might need in the future, but build out a back end that the companies can log directly into to be able to control their challenges and see the analytics, and then apply some updates and bug fixes and have that maintenance contract running along with some small organic marketing. And that's it. I'd love to talk to you guys more about this, because it is the evolution of digital marketing. It's the evolution of social media. And there's so many places we can go with this. And at the very, very least, patent alone, we've been offered upwards of $6 million just for the patent. That was before we had all the IP built around it. We've got 3 apps, over 1 million lines of quality code built around this. So everyone that I've talked to and now, wants to align with us, iSportsman, and this is growing. So be part of this, please. Like, I want this synergy. I'm too pumped about it and excited to take this to the next level because I spent 7 years of my life, and I it's everything. So anyway, I'm just gonna shut up right there. Thank you so much for paying attention, listening. I've got all the materials that you could need and more, and I'd love to meet you in person and talk about this further.